Well, it's a fantastic morning. It's Friday. Yoo-hoo for Friday. Nonetheless, it is basically the end of the work week for most people. Today we want to talk about consistency. Consistency. When I think of consistency, I think about baking a cake. Yes, I'm outside. So you're going to hear the birds, you're going to hear the trucks that are passing up and down the street, people going to work. This is what people do. But I wanted to be out in the fresh air. There's something about the fresh air. Anyway, when you're baking a cake, you have to get all of your ingredients together. And if you don't get your ingredients together, if you have no consistency in what you're doing, normally the cake turns out pretty messed up, or the pie. Jesus Christ was consistent on a daily basis. He went about doing good. Wherever he went, he just did good. That's consistent. Even in the Garden of Gethsemane, when his friends were sleeping on him, you know how people, they say they got your back, but they really don't have your back, honey. You know, Jesus peeped at them. They weren't consistent. He went back and became consistent again in prayer for you and I. He knew what he was going to face, and there was a battle. Sometimes we have battles too, and we have to face them. We don't want to face them, but we have to face them. We have to be consistent and claiming righteousness. We have to be consistent in getting that word out there. We have to be consistent in living the life that Jesus Christ has asked us to live. Now, we're a part of a royal diadem. So you know what we have to do? We have to be consistent. Consistent in prayer. Consistent loving people in spite of themselves. We have to show love on a consistent basis. Have you shared the gospel with anyone this week? How consistent have you been with yourself? Have you been consistent with yourself? Have you allowed yourself sacred space? They say that if you do something for at least 21 days, that it creates subliminal, that it creates a consistent pattern. So let's just say, you're a thief. Stop stealing for 21 days. Try it. Don't go in the store and shoplift anymore. Don't pull tags off of items and, go up to the register and say, oh, there's no tag on this item. How much is this item? Stop stealing. And the profanity that's used today, the cussing and the swearing, that's not a consistent life in Jesus Christ. So if you're cussing and swearing and using profanity, get that anger management in check and be consistent with good speech, sound speech. Do your best today to be consistent in all that you do and say. Try to love somebody for real. You know? Make today a good day. No matter what. No matter what they say, no matter what they're doing on your job, when you get there and they're at the water cooler and they want to go on with the gossip from Monday and today is Friday, just look at them and just keep right on moving. You don't have to be in a cesspool. You don't have to touch and agree. You don't have to make friends on your job. As a matter of fact, you're not even there to make friends. You're there to do your assigned work, to do your job that God has given you to do, to earn your paycheck. Get those 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours in, because some people work different hours. Get those hours in. Do a good job. Be productive. Be consistent. And then clock out of there. and leave your work at work. And do your best to be consistent and come home with a smile. Try to embrace your family. Try to embrace them with love. Good evening. How is everyone? How was your day? What did you do today? Anything new happen? That's not being phony. That's being consistent. You know, sometimes I ask people, how you doing? And they want to give me this long list of what's not happening. But all I said was, how are you doing? Huh. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your might and with all of your understanding. Take the time today to be consistent. Look to Jesus Christ, the author and the finisher of your faith, and know that He is working it out just for you. Now, go out there and have a fantabulous day and come home and greet your family in a most exhilarating way and have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday if I'm still around. You know what I'm saying? Love you. Bye-bye.